Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is TTB and this is German Mechgineering, and guys, today we're going to play the Annihilator 1P. Yes, exactly, the Annihilator that I haven't shown yet in a very long range specialist build. Let's turn this bad boy around, shall we? Beautiful camouflage. By the way, as you can see, it's an interesting mech. There are no autocannons on here on this Annihilator, and there are no arm-mounted weapons. It is just 5 weapons mounted at the torso, very high up. Anything that you can see from shoulder height, you can shoot at. This is the full ER large laser Annihilator. Let's have a look at the build, guys, because this thing is a special boy. The basis for this build is going to be a standard engine 300, so that gives us the classic 48.6 kph speed. But here's the thing, guys. We've got 2 ER large lasers in each side torso. We've got an ER large laser in the CT. We are using standard heat sinks because we want to have the added bonus from all this heat capacity from the standard heat sinks. And altogether, we're running 31 heat sinks, which is an insane amount of heat sinks. And that allows us to alpha strike this bad boy twice. Even though the ER large laser heatsink limit is 3, and we've got 5 of them, we can alpha strike this bad boy twice, which is quite interesting. And of course, due to the insane amount of heat capacity that we have, we just chain it 3 and 2, and we can just shoot quite a bit and deal a lot of damage. Now, 45 alpha strike doesn't sound like much, but guys, remember, this thing doesn't use ammo, and this thing hits at about, what's that, 760 meters for full damage. And then we also have this targeting computer in here, which is also going to boost our range by 10%, and also going to give our beam weapons enhanced crit chance, as well as more zoom. So all in all, this insane Mark 8 targeting computer weighs 8 tons and kind of completes this build. Now, please note that I have put 6 heat sinks into the right arm, so the left arm is just a shield arm, whereas the heat sinks are going to be in the right arm to keep them away from the NASCAR. Well, that's a pretty insane build. So guys, if you look at this mech, how do you use it? What is it used for? Well, it is used for long-range attacks and long-range trading. 600, 700 meters plus, 800 meters, even 1,000 meters. That's where you use this mech, and that's where it actually shines. This is not a brawler, and this is not a short-range mech. You will get out-brawled and out-DPS'd by most Dakar mechs. This is meant to trade at extreme ranges, and that is what it can do very well. Now here's the problem, guys, before I go into the skill tree. Here's the problem. If you play quick play with a build like this, there's a high chance you're going to get a map that is not suited for this build, and there's an extremely high chance that you won't get teammates that actually know how to play around a build like this, because they will just go potato, and that's gonna be it, and you will be dead. So if you play this build, keep that in mind, depending on the map you get, and depending how understanding and intelligent your teammates are, you might get okay matches, good matches, great matches, or you might really regret playing this build ever. At all. Okay, that being said, let's have a look at the skill tree. Now, in terms of the skill tree, we go into the firepower tree. We take, of course, laser duration 1 through 4 to make our ER large laser burns as short as possible. With full skills, we get this down to 1 second, roughly, even below 1 second, so that's pretty nice. We have a lot of the cooldown nodes, we have a lot of the heat gen nodes in here as well. In survival, we take the left-hand side of the survival tree, plus 1 point in skeletal density, and then another armor point here on the right-hand side, plus 1 point in skeletal density. Nothing in mobility or jump jets. Full operations tree to make sure that we have as much heat containment as possible, and as much cool run as possible. That will help with our heat dissipation. We go into sensors to get advanced zoom, very important, of course, because we want to be able to trade at long ranges. That means we need to be able to shoot accurately at long ranges, especially, guys, we're using a laser beam that does continuous damage over the time it's burning. It's not like a PPC that's fire and forget. You have to be on target, and that means that advanced zoom is going to come in very handy for this. And then last but not least, in the auxiliary tree, double cool shot with cool shot cooldown and an artillery strike, and that is all we need. Well, guys, so here's the thing. Normally I show 2 matches. Today I'm going to show you 2 matches in a different way. It's going to be the same map. One match is going to be what happens if it is just a standard MWO game, and bad things will happen. And the other match is what will happen when you actually have teammates that listen to you, understand what you're doing, and then play around that. And you will see a very surprising result. All right, so let's take this bad boy, put it into a dropship, and I'll see you there. Well guys, here we are on our first map, and it is going to be Mining Collective, and of course you guys know my plan. I have a long range mech, and I want to make sure that I am able to trade at long ranges. The only chance I have for that is either to go towards the right hand side and just hide and try to shoot enemy stragglers or people that are pushing around to the corner and going potato, or the man's way, the big boy way. You go straight into the left hand side of the map and you face off straight against the enemy team. This is the same thing that you would be doing, for example, with a Direwolf Ultraviolet, by the way guys. This is the classic Ultraviolet move. You face the enemy team and you just kill them as they are moving upwards here. Now here's the problem with this thing. I'm in position, I'm keeping these guys back a little bit, I'm dropping the artillery strikes, I'm trying to keep them from pushing top too harshly and too much. Look at where my teammates are. They are right now in Delta 5 towards Delta 4, and they are going standard potato. There is no push towards the middle, there is no cojones or anything. No, this is just literally them going into the standard mode of which MWO has devolved into, which is potato to potato. Don't try anything, don't fight the enemy, just run around in a circle like a brain-dead, amputated idiot, and hope that better men and better players will win the match for you. And unfortunately, that leaves you, if you're trying to go for this kind of build and this kind of engagement, it leaves you open to enemy light mechs and enemy fast movers charging in onto you. It also leaves you open to enemies shooting you from the middle because your team chose to rotate. And I'm contemplating right now whether I should write anything or not, but it is pointless, guys. People that don't understand it will never understand it. So let's go for try number 2. This time, let's let the team know I will be left side holding them from pushing top in mass. Please assist. Okay, let's try that same thing again. Same spawn point, guys. Same tactics. This tactics works wonders. If you go with a good assault lance and you go Echo 5, low ground hold, can be amazing. Just stand there and kill the enemy while they're cresting the hillside. It is amazing. It requires teamwork, and it requires your teammates to not shit their pants the second they see a red Dorito on their map. So it can only be done with choice people, but when you do it, it is, oh, it's so beautiful. So the team knows what I'm gonna do. Of course, this is fingers crossed because this is quick play and there are no people in this team that I know, but we will try it. So let's look at my team. What are they doing? They're actually already in the middle. The fast movers, the light mechs are already in the middle. Assault mechs are moving towards the middle, and the other guys are pushing towards the center as well. The enemy team is a little bit slower this time, but as you can see, we're nicely engaging them. We're dropping the terrorist strike once again, and we're just standing there out in the open, shooting them left and right, dealing damage with the Mad Cat. I have to fall back now a little bit, but I do have backup. I've got a Kodiak here with me, which I actually don't think is necessary, and I'm eating way too much missile fire right now. So, since I'm eating that and I can't shoot against the LRM-20s, I have to drop down, and so we just now will have to fight from the low ground. The problem with the low ground is you have to move into the tunnel to be able to see out of the tunnel properly and see along the crest line here, and here we go, that's the hill line, and now we can go ahead and engage those targets. There's an enemy Kodiak who thinks it's a good idea to stand still. Cockpit kill! Guys, this is 45 damage pinpoint. If you stand still against that and just look at me, I'm just gonna take the cockpit kill 100% any time of the day. Now, look at where my teammates are. They are in the middle, they're pushing aggressively into the enemy side of the middle, and they're also pushing aggressively that lower ground at Echo 5. And right now, even just at this point, even though we're 3 kills ahead, do you understand how different this whole game feels? If you've got people playing with a brain and a little bit of courage. It's just a night and day difference. What I'm trying to tell you with this, guys, is go for the ballsy play. You're gonna have a lot more fun, and it's gonna be a lot more enjoyable for you and your teams instead of just holding back and playing Pussy Warrior Online. That's no enjoyment for anybody. So, right now, I don't see any more targets. My teammates have pushed into the left-hand side of the center. So, I have now to join up with my teammates and get my armor up front. I only have 64% left of my mech. My leg is pretty open, but it doesn't matter. I'm still an Annihilator, guys. I'm still scary, and I still want to try and get a few more kills here. I just got 1 kill on that enemy Kodiak. Just a measly 100 tons killed. I want more. So, Let's push in behind our teammates. Let's get our armor up front. And I also let the team know, guys, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna push in. Let's find some targets here. Let's see what we can find here. Oh, there we go. Enemy Stormcrow. Nice alpha strike right on his CT and side torso. It's 45 damage pinpoint, guys. It doesn't sound like much, but it hurts like a mother. There we go. Stormcrow coming in again. And alpha strike. Ripperoni Jabroni. Bye-bye. Thanks for coming. Okay, let's go ahead, go around the corner, find some targets here, maybe go onto that enemy. Ah, hello there, alright, you see, get a little bit of meltage going here, and with my teammates pushing, 8 kills over 2, this thing should be in the books. Let's go on the Ape Jack for a sec, and then switch on over to the Orion to see, before he drops, hopefully. Never mind, I missed the window a little bit, but that's alright. 8 kills over 3, there's the enemy Mad Cat, maybe we can take away his side torso, there we go. That's a standard engine Mad Cat. Okay, interesting. So he's got no weapons left, so at this point we have 2 enemies that potentially have weapons. That Orion to see is CT Red. He's gonna be dead with 1 shot, and that Mad Cat is also out of the fight. And guys, of course, this build works best on a map like Polar Highlands or Alpine Peaks and whatnot. Long-range maps where you have the ability to shoot at targets in open terrain. But yeah, we're kind of making it work here on Mining Collective, which is not an ideal map for any kind of long-range build. It's actually a really crappy map for any kind of long-range build. But we're still making it work, so just give it a try, guys. But as I said in the beginning, this is a very specialized build, and you might end up cursing my name. By the way, Thunderbolt, Ripperoni Jabroni. Hey, if they don't want the kill, I'll take it. I mean, it was CT Red. It's like literally just look at CT, press mouse buttons. That's it. Easy peasy. 3 kills on the board, 12 kills over 4. Enemy team saying, say thanks to your Annie, he broke classic tactic. Yep, that's what we do. We man mode things up. 3 killing blows, 2 solo kills, 3 kill most damage dealt, 758 damage done, 422 damage taken, 5 components destroyed. And guys, if you enjoyed this content, check out my Patreon page, become an active member of Team TTB. Beautiful round. Give this build a try, guys. Let me know how it goes. See ya.